Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I will start my speech. What was that one? So, do you know him?
No.
No, of course not.
Thanks.
How about him then?
Yeah, this one.
You know, okay, of course. Steve Jobs. You know him?
Yeah.
Some
How
people.
old is this?
Yes, some people know. How about him?
No.
Oh, no.
You?
No. My best friend in Japan. How about him?
No.
No. Really? Okay.
Sorry, no.
He's a swimmer. And he got anyway, he's
Take
swimming.
off medal.
Yeah, with gold. Okay, so they have one in common for me. They have a common point for me. And what do you think it is?
They're from Japan.
No.
They're
No.
from- No.
Oh no, sorry.
Come
I forgot.
on.
Their parents are from Japan. No, I'm not sure.
Any guess?
Adventure.
They like fishing.
Adventure.
There are people that you admire.
Yes, thank you. So they are my people. They are inspired people for me. And today, if I talked about them today, it takes a lot of time. It will be like, I don't know, three. I can talk about them like 1 day or 2 days or 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. You want me to try? Of course not. And today, I want to talk about this guy. And this guy, maybe even Japanese don't know about him. He's not that famous right now, but maybe he will be famous from now. And his name is Hiroshi Kamata. And today I would like to introduce about his biography, his accomplishment, and how did he inspire me. Okay, so how old do you think he is?
56.
56. Okay, he looks old. Yeah, he's old. Now, okay, about him. He was born in Miyagi, in Japan. Miyagi is the north part of Japan, and he was born in 1950. So that means now he's 65. Yeah, and yeah, he was born in Miyagi, and after he graduated university, he worked in trading company in Japan, and his life started from next. So this is his biggest part, the biggest part of his life. In 1982, when he was 32 years old, he entered Oriental Line, which is Walt Disney Company in Japan. And yes, so we have Disney in Japan, in Tokyo Disneyland we call. And what he did in Disneyland is, for first 8 years, he worked as cleaning staff called custodial. And maybe who have been to Disneyland before? Many people. Have you seen like those guys? Yeah. Yes.
Throwing the floor with water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When it rains, those guys try to entertain customers, and this is one of their performance. When it rains, we will see the water on the ground, but they will, and by the water, they will draw the picture on the ground. Yeah, it is one of performance. And he worked as cleaning staff for 8 years in Tokyo Disneyland. And after 8 years, he moved to education sector in Disneyland. It's called Disney University. So they educate people. I mean, he educated people. Yes, for 7 years. So in totally 15 years, he worked in Walt Disney Company. And after he retired, the Walt Disney Company in 1999, he founded a company in Japan. Okay, and this is pretty much his biography. And his biggest part in his life was, like what I told you, the Oriental Land, the life in Walt Disney Company. And he learned a lot of things about life there. And after he retired the job, he made accomplishment from his experience in Walt Disneyland. And what it is, his accomplishment is this, the book. It was a book, and the book is called Disney, What the Master of Hospitality Taught Me, and it's published in 2014. Maybe they still don't have the English version or other version. It's only in Japanese. So maybe if you wait and if this become popular, maybe they will publish English version. So maybe you can see later if you want. And okay, in a nutshell, there are a couple of impressive stories about the hospitality in Disneyland and on his experience in Disneyland. And okay, hospitality. Do you know what is this? Yes. Yes, some people. Yes. Hospital?
No,
Not the hospital.
not
Not
the
hospital.
hospital.
It's okay. According to the Oxford Dictionary, hospitality is a friendly and generous behavior towards the guest. But this is not what this book wants to tell about. This book is about next level of hospitality, and in Japanese, we have the word called omotenashi. Omotenashi. Omotenashi in English, we cannot translate this word in English because it's like unique Japanese word. And in this book, they will teach you about omotenashi. And yes, okay. What is omotenashi? Omotenashi is a spirit from mind that people want to guests to enjoy or to be happy without expecting any return. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And this is the real meaning of omotenashi. And yes, and in this book you will see how do they create happiness, and also this book will teach you next level of hospitality, omotenashi. And yes, so I read this book when it published 2014, I think March. In March, I read this book, and this book affected my life, my future life. And from now, I'm going to tell you how did this affect my life. And so, this book, first, after I read this book, my philosophy was changed. And how did it change? I started to enjoy making people happy. Oh. And then, since I started enjoying making people happy, it made my future plan. And I felt I would like to have the job that I can make people happy. So that I started searching my job, and now I found the company where my wish can be granted. This is called Club Med. Some people know maybe. And so before I come here, I sent my resume to this company, and I took interview before I come here. And then I was accepted this company, and this company Club Med. And this is, and so that after I go back to Japan on March, I will start working in here for 1 year, I think for only 1 year. And this is the place, Ishigaki Island. Do you know Ishigaki Island? Do you know Okinawa? Yeah, it's like south part of Japan, and it's really beautiful. Ishigaki Island, Ashigaki Island. No, it's not. It's very southeast part of Japan, and it's island, and it's really beautiful, and ocean is really clean. So that from the March, from the next April, I will work in here. And yes, this is pretty much. This is about how did he inspire me. And if I didn't read this book, maybe I didn't have this plan. If he didn't publish this book, I didn't made this plan. So this is how he did. He made influence on me. And so yes, he some other conclusion. Hiroshi Kamata. He published the book called Disney, What the Master of Hospitality Taught Me. And this book influenced my future life. And I could find my job in here. And not only like he helped me to find my job, but also he changed my philosophy, and which is enjoy making people happy. Thank you.